Alrighty, fellas, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome to PokeMMO Stream Recap 514, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, events, discussions, anything happening in PokeMMO we are talking about today. Let's go ahead and cover events. It's my first time back from the beach. I had a little weekend vacation, so I'm not caught up on all of the events that have happened. There are a fair bit of catch events to cover, including a really good catch event that is happening today. This is why it's also important. I do recommend obviously watching the stream recaps when you can to keep up to date on catch events. But if I'm not streaming, or it's the weekend or something that happens kind of quickly, you can always go over to the PokeMMO forums. People ask, where do you find these, Patrouski? It is over on the official PokeMMO forums under official events. There is a thread over on the forums. Not a lot of people use forums these days, especially the PokeMMO forums, which is why I like to transfer that knowledge and information to you guys, so you don't have to check the forums, but if you want to, you can. Let's go ahead and cover today's catch event. Very important one. Sorry to the stream recap viewers, you missed out on this one, or hopefully you made it maybe. This is a big one, dude. It is Tuesday the 26th of May at 12 p.m. ET, Route 13 in Unova. You have 1 hour to catch Staryus. No nature bonuses, no species bonuses. This is just going to come down to who catches the best IV Staryu, and whoever does catch the best IV Staryu is going to win a shiny Staryu. Shiny Staryu, shiny Starmie, a multi-100-hour single encounter hunt. Being able to get one of these for free, and dude, what's even more disgusting, being able to get a good IV shiny Staryu is really, like, that's rare, that's expensive, because they can only breed with themselves. Shiny Staryus can only breed with other shiny Staryus, and they can also only breed with other shiny Dittos, right? So like, if I go check the GTL right now, the cheapest shiny Staryu is 16 million Pokeyen, right? Because if I want to breed this and get the stats up, I have to buy a shiny Staryu or a Ditto. The better thing is, which is crazy, Ditto is actually cheaper, but even that's 5-6 mil, and that's just for a 2x31. On average, you'll catch a 1x31 Staryu, then you'll have to buy a breeder for a Ditto, right? It's going to cost you 6 mil Pokeyen and catching your shiny Staryu, a few hundred hours and 6 mil Pokeyen just to get a 2x31 Staryu. Let alone 3 times, which might end up costing you, let's see, if we were to look at Dittos, 2 times 6 mil, 20 mil, like, you're saving by winning this Staryu event. Just win it, guys. Forehead. You're saving yourself hundreds of hours and around 20. We're guesstimating around 20 million. Around 20 million Pokeyen. This is a very good shiny prize. A very good catch event prize. You want to watch out for these really good. Like, this is the one where, like, I don't recommend every main. I love catch events. Catch events are so much fun, but it's not always efficient for main accounts to do them. Let's be honest, right? Ironman, thankfully, it is always efficient, and I kind of love that about Ironman. It makes catch events, really powerful and like meta, right? But main accounts, it's not always worth the catch events where there's not a shiny prize. This is one where it is insanely worth every person in PokeMMO. If you can make this event, probably should be doing it if you care about shinies, obviously. Next up, another catch event. This is for the stream recap, fellas. It is tomorrow, okay? So today, if you're watching the recap, and it's later in the day, it's at 6 p.m. ET. I've started to upload my videos and stream recaps a little bit earlier at 6 a.m. to help people be prepared for these events even sooner. Wednesday, the 27th of May at 6 p.m. ET at Dragon's Den in Johto, you have 1 hour to catch Dratini and Horsey with pretty big nature bonuses, +10 for Modest, +10 for Adamant, -10 for Lax. A funny one to see. But there is a non-shiny Dratini and Horsey up for grabs. This is a great example of a catch event that, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't recommend to a main account. If you want to do it for fun, go for it. If you want to win some free RP, or win a cool Pokemon, or take a break from your grinds to go catch Pokemon and have a fun time with the community, MMOs don't need to all be about efficiency, right? Find your balance, what works best for you. But is it worth for a main account to do this? It's worth if it's fun. That's what it comes down to. Ironman accounts, however, get your butt over there, scoop up that free reward points. All right, next up, another catch event on Friday the 29th of May at 2 p.m. ET, a Friday catch event at Route 203 in Sinnoh. You can catch Shinx, Abra, Bidoof, and Starly for the on-screen species bonuses, and there is nature bonuses, +3 for Adamant, +2 for Naughty, and our typical catch event rules, and a shiny Shinx, a fan favorite, beautiful shiny Shinx, Luxio, Luxray, all amazing shinies, all beautiful gold Pokemon. You can get them with 3x31 IV. You can go double attack, you can go attack, and speed if you want to. You can make it, lean into one of the, whether physical or special. I think Luxray is one of those weird, like, physical electric types, but there's not amazing because they only have wild charge, right? But it's a cool Pokemon. I believe Luxray has been used, or at least considered to be used, in raids, either as a backup option or like one of the few physical electric types, because there are so few of them and they're not that good in PvP traditionally. I think the Pokemon devs try to balance certain raids around them, actually around them being relevant. So we've seen things like Electivire and Luxray pop up in raids, so just keep an eye out for that. This could be a raid ready Pokemon. Next up, our typical market check. I've been covering a lot of these older nicher vanities because it's interesting. I think because a lot of players don't know about them. Number one, that the items just exist, and number two, the prices of these have been going down over the past few years. I feel like there's sometimes a sentiment, and this is not even just in PokeMMO, this is in a bunch of MMOs. This happens in World of Warcraft, which I have less experience with, or in old school RuneScape. People always wonder, you know, and it's a really good concern, should I even start playing PokeMMO? You know, it's been out for 12 years. Should I even start playing you know, World of Warcraft, you know, blah blah blah. It's been out for this many years. I feel like the older players have such an advantage. And does someone get more benefits for playing the game longer term? I think they should. I think yes. You know, hopefully you would hope that a game would respect your time and actually let you get more benefits the longer you play it. That's how MMOs traditionally work. But I do think in PokeMMO you can catch up way quicker than you realize because of how many times the game has changed. Because hordes didn't exist until 2017ish. Because Johto didn't exist and Mount Silver didn't exist until 2023. Because legendaries didn't exist until 2023. Because raids didn't exist until 2023, 2024ish. Like, there's just so many things. Alpha Pokemon didn't exist. Hidden abilities weren't in the game until like 2022. There were so many things that just didn't. The game just changes so much, so fast, right? But I loop all this back to the Penguin Hood, which is a 2017 Christmas limited vanity. It's a very cute little dumb hood item that used to be around 40 to 50 to 60 million Pokeyen, even down to 30 mil at times. And there's very few of these ever on the market. You can see the maximum on the market over the past 2 or 3 years. The maximum on the market over the past 3 years has been 7. That is the most that has ever appeared on the market. Usually there's about 2 to 3 of these. And this is one of those items. This item fluctuates anywhere from like 25 mil to 50 mil. It just fluctuates based on what is someone willing to pay for it, which is such a lame, you know, boring cop-out answer for a market thing. But sometimes when things are so rare and so infrequently sold, it really just comes down to how badly does a collector or how badly does someone who wants to be a penguin in a Pokemon MMO want it. That's what a lot of it comes down to. And currently, my point about like talking about old players having an advantage and how they have some advantage, yes, but not as much of an advantage as people think. You can't, you know, come back to the game, right? Is that this vanity used to be 45, 50, 60 mil, and now it's 26. It's actually come down in price. So if you're a newer player, like, do you want to pick it up? If you're an older player, like, you've lost some value on it. A lot of these older vanities have actually lost value over the past 1 year or so in PokeMMO, 1 to 2 years, because Pokeyen itself has become harder to get. There was a period about 2 years ago where Pokeyen was flowing. The market was like going really crazy and fat. It was easy as hell to make Pokeyen for everybody. And before that, it was hard. It went like hard time to make Pokeyen, really easy to make Pokeyen, hard time to make Pokeyen, and that's just market flows. That happens in every single economy, every single market in the real world and video games. That's just how things kind of go. There are dips and dips and highs to any market, and I do believe we are in a little bit of a dip right now in PokeMMO, unfortunately, but you can still make money during those dips, take advantage of it, and just learn about the market during those times as well. So I think it's good. There are like old vanities like this that are achievable. Like this is going to be obviously this is a great example. I think 25 mil vanities are a great like top tier vanity grind to recommend to new players, or like maybe not new players, recommend to new players as an end game goal. I love these like 25 mil vanities. I think they represent like a really, really good like ender game goal in PokeMMO, and having goals like this is super important. So I want to just show off the Penguin Hood a little bit, show a little bit of its history and how its price has just changed a lot over times, and how it kind of just really comes down to, look at the the face being spammed, how much someone is willing to pay for it, and that all the value there. So next up, we do need to jump into our achievement showcase. If you don't know, I have a chat in my Discord called the Achievement Showcase. You can post all your achievements there, and I try to cover whatever I want to, whatever I possibly can over here on the stream. It's a great way for you guys to flex your achievements, flex what the players who are putting their head down and just grinding the game, what are you guys doing? It's a way for to show off the average player, or sometimes the exceptional as well. let's just jump into it. Quinn Stefan, congratulations, who's been a regular in my stream recently, completed his first region in PokeMMO. I think this is a really beautiful, nostalgic screenshot. Like seeing this guy's team: Lapras, Arcanine, Butterfree, Espeon, Dugtrio, and Venusaur. You can't show me a more Gen 1 like fire red. I mean, there's the Espeons in there, but like that's like a fun, like, it reminds me of what makes PokeMMO so cool is you can beat Fire Red with an Espeon. Or one of my favorite parts of playing the storylines in PokeMMO is you can beat them with all 3 starters. You can go into the wild and catch Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, right? I love this. This is a very like cool Gen 1 team, very cool PokeMMO nostalgic team to me. I just love this screenshot, and congrats on completing your first region, Quinn Stefan. Your first region is always your most difficult. Next up, a very weird shiny Bibarel coming in today from TN. Super weird achievement. I was 145,000 total encounters dry and got my 3rd shiny Bidoof. However, this is probably the weirdest IV Pokemon I've ever caught in my time playing. This is one of the weirdest IV shinies I've ever seen for sure. Not really too mad about it, but I think it's funny since Bidoof is a top 5 Pokemon of all time. True. Let's just zoom in a little bit. This is insane. Like, this is actually like 0 HP, 0 attack, 14 defense, 14 attack, 14 def, 31 speed. It's just peculiar. It's just is it like crazy rare? Is it some like 6 times 0, 6 times 31? No, but this is fun. It's cool, man. It's weird. If I caught this, my heart would stop and I would just be fucking like, what? This is an insanely cool shiny to flex. I love this. I love the uniqueness of it. I like that the achievement showcase doesn't have to always be just about shinies. I want to encourage you guys to share other types of achievements, whatever it may be, vanities you've achieved, collections, completing a Nuzlocke, whatever you guys want to achieve in Pokemon, go ahead and feel free to share it. But this is a great example of a cool like extra layer on a shiny, man. I love this. Congratulations to you, TN. Next up, this was very sweet, man. Noms sent me some and I always say, like, it is crazy how many positive messages I get in game from you guys, and it's one of those like, if I'm having a rough day and I'm feeling down on myself, like I'm just not doing enough, I'm not helping players, I'm not making enough guides, like all that stuff, and then I get a nice message from you guys in game. God damn, does it? I apologize if I don't always respond. I sometimes just go AFK, or I'm distracted watching movies with my wife or whatever while grinding in the background. If I don't respond to you, I'm not trying to ignore you. My deepest apologies, but I was lucky enough to be able to respond to this guy and just say thank you so much for the kind words. And he got a shiny afterwards, so I'm happy to see it, man. 2 hours after sending me some nice words, which was really deeply appreciated, he got his 4th phase for shiny Axew. Wasn't an Axew, sadly, so clearly Patrouski luck strayed him afar, but got himself a shiny Woobat at 33,000 encounters on his 4th phase. I always say that Axew spot is cursed, man. I hope you get some good luck soon, dude. And this post requires the full screen, fellas. Caught this a couple days ago, just wanted a shiny Swellow after returning to the game, so I bought about 1 million Pokeyen worth of Lepa berries, but then after only 400 Swellows, after 1,100 encounters dry, they were able to find this shiny Swellow. Now they have 900,000 Pokeyen left of Lepos. What's crazier to me is look at the stats, dude. Look at the IV: 31 HP, 30 attack, 25. This thing is 23 plus in every stat that it needs. I don't know the nature. I'd love to know the nature on this. If it's like adamant, naughty, lonely, jolly, naive, or hasty, it's like full, like that's usable at the very worst, you know. That is awesome, dude. That is a really, also Swellow's an underrated like shiny Pokemon. Shiny QUILAVA. Cooney, do you have a shiny QUILAVA right now, like live? No way. If you have a live shiny QUILAVA, I will come to you and I will stop everything. Fuck the stream recap intro, fuck the achievement showcase. I will come to you right now and check it out. Not me, my teammate. Is it live? But that's if it's live. I love, one of my favorite parts, one of the biggest privileges of being a streamer is going and checking out live shinies. It's one of the most amazing things. We're gonna go see it's live. Okay, if he can wait for me, tell me what channel, tell me the username and what channel he's on. I believe QUILAVA is over here south of Blackthorn City, if I recall correctly. Route 45. Let me know what channel. Channel 4. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck it, we do it live. Fuck it, we do it live. People are spectating someone. An Optic member, I assume. Not there. Chuko? Also, he has the shiny Staryu for the Illuminate shiny lead, the catch event prize today. Dude, congratulations, Shuko. Live shiny QUILAVA. Oh my, I love. Obviously, he's gonna catch it. It's not in the Safari Zone, thankfully. Safari Zone live shinies are a different scary gremlin. This is just, we can just be, we don't have to worry, guys. There's no stress. We can just say congratulations. That's a great, dude. I love, Allure 5% single encounter rare shot. Look at the, dude, the fire coming off the back and the front while the rapid fire of the animations with the sparkles. Beautiful wild shiny, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the shiny sparkle mod looks insane on this, dude. It really does it so fast. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, congratulations, dude. That's fucking beautiful. That is so beautiful, man. That is so beautiful, dude. Congrats on your, I'll leave that up in the background while we go ahead and continue our achievement showcase. But I'm so thank you for letting me know. I'm so happy I could come witness this moment. Like, this only happens usually, like, obviously less than once per average Pokemon player. Like, this is a once in a lifetime shiny for most people. It's insane, man. I respect the spore into no false swipe because you don't just, yeah. We have 8 minutes until a catch event as well. We gotta yap, boys. All right, next up, moving on. This guy, CS, got 3 shinies in 24 hours using multiple accounts. Must be said, you know, it's a different thing, but it's still very fucking impressive, man. Got a shiny Nidorino and 2 Tentacruels. He got the shiny Nidorino at 8,000 encounters, 1 shiny Tentacruel at 15,000 encounters, and then another shiny Tentacruel at 235 encounters. Why no false swipe? When it comes to a rare, usually it's like, if it has takedown or like some way to self-damage, takedown, maybe it struggles, that's unlikely. It's honestly just a safety precaution. Does this QUILAVA have takedown at this level? I don't know. I'd have to check the Pokedex to double check, honestly. But is it even worth risking it? Kind of, like, it's just, you're so scared to lose a rare shiny like this. It's better to just spore and throw dream balls, timer balls, whatever it may be. Dude, congratulations to what's going to shoot. Anyways, moving. Okay, back to achievement showcase. We have 2 more achievement showcases to cover. Shout out to Team Optic on this one, dude. Thanks for letting me come see it in live time. Is like a huge privilege, man. Eternal, only been playing Pokemon seriously since the Lunar New Year event, so past few months, dude. I love that, like, that switch. Welcome, dude. It's an honor to, you know, take the game a bit more seriously like that. It's a cool feeling. I did that with RuneScape, where I played casually for a few years and then locked in eventually, right? I'm very interested in raids, but I feel like my luck is taking a turn for the better since last month. Shalfa Fortress as my first ever shiny. You can see it there on the left a little bit. I don't know the encounters, but that is disgusting, man. And then got a shiny Tentacruel not too far after, and a Suicune. It's really cool to see a player like take the game more seriously, try to lock in, you know, really care about PokeMMO, and then get rewarded like this and putting in the hours, and like, and obviously it's still lucky, but you want to see that. It's beautiful, man. Congratulations to Eternal. A Shalfa Fortress is just absolutely insane, dude. He's looking at that QUILAVA in the background. Next up, the final achievement showcase. I've been a fan of PokeMMO for a while, says Scooty. I've been playing since 2019 for over 3,000 hours. I actually think I found this game in a video, blah 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 blah. That's really fucking cool, you know. Anyways, I've been an avid shiny hunter, and I have 19 OT shinies, and I finally hit my first secret and lore shiny in one go. Secret shiny Drapion. Getting a 5% secret shiny. If you don't know, secret shinies, I believe, are about 1 in 480,000. It is 16 times rarer than a single encounter shiny. So it is 480,000. 1 in 480,000. To then hit this on a 5% chance. I'm too stupid to do the math on that. I'm sure comments will correct me, but it's hitting a 480k roll on a 5% encounter chance. The stacking of that math is so rare and so insane. Congratulations to Scooty. Talk about another once in a lifetime shiny. It's crazy. I have to give warnings these days. The achievement showcase will break your brain. These are not average situations. These are posts that players will once again have once in a lifetime. This is not the norm. This is not the average. Most people maybe get a few shinies in their lifetime in PokeMMO, and those shinies will be Rapidashes, Tentacruels at 30,000 encounters, and that is still very fucking impressive and still very fucking rare. Like, it's every shiny in PokeMMO is rare and beautiful. We just see so many crazy things in the achievement showcase and in my streams, because we are lucky enough to have so many people playing PokeMMO and so many people that can come say, hey man, there's something crazy happening right now, and I am lucky enough to be able to go witness it. It's cool, man. We're logging, we're cataloging, and we are keeping PokeMMO history alive every single day here when we do these PokeMMO streams. And nobody was doing that for years. People weren't recording their shiny hunts. They weren't, you know, showing up to moments like this, and I'm just so glad we can fucking do it, man. Hopefully this guy can catch the shiny QUILAVA. I hope we can show it off on stream later, okay? But that is my stream recap intro. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video if you've enjoyed it up until this point. Dislike if not, that's okay. Subscribe for daily Pokemon videos. We're gonna go ahead and jump into things. I have a catch event starting in about 4 minutes or so. The shiny rate in this game kills me sometimes. Dude, I get it. I love the shiny rate in PokeMMO. I wouldn't want to change it for the world. I adore it. I love the difficulty, but it's not for everybody, and that's okay. I think someone left a really interesting comment. I really liked it recently, talking about, like, I wish there was just a middle ground option, and I couldn't agree with more. If you want easy shiny hunting games, you have modern Pokemon or like Pokemon Go, right? If you want difficult shiny hunting games, you have PokeMMO. If you want something in the middle, 15 to 20,000 shiny odds, I don't know if there's that many options. Maybe even like 1 in 10,000. So what it reminded me, and we're so far, I feel like I could be wrong, but I know Pokeforce is going through some developer problems. Developing video games is very fucking hard. I'm really excited to see what they're doing, of course, but they're kind of in the trenches right now, respectfully, and I love them. I'm rooting for Pokeforce. Pokeforce, I think, could be that middle ground option. Pokeforce plans to be, for the last, it's subject to change. It's a developing Pokemon MMO, of course. If you don't know, Pokeforce is like a more modernized Pokemon MMO that has been beta tested and alpha tested a ton. It's taking a long time to develop, as games like that do. People, I think, underestimate how hard it is to develop a good Pokemon MMO. But it's similar to like Stardew Valley elements. There's like Stardew Valley, RuneScape skilling, and Pokemon MMO. It's really fucking cool. And they want to do, yes, a shiny hunting pity system, which I respect. I don't prefer it. I'm glad it's not in PokeMMO, but I think if there is a place for that in a Pokemon MMO, and I'm glad there will be an option when Pokeforce eventually one day releases. Pokeforce plans to have, from the last we heard, a 1 in 20 to 22,000 ish, 1 in 20 to 22,000 ish shiny rate, and they want to implement a pity system where.
So far, let's do.
Thank you so much, Tabard. What's up, gamer? Where if you encounter the same Pokemon like over and over and over and over and over again, your odds of getting that Pokemon as a shiny like kind of goes up and up over time. I don't know the exact scaling on that, obviously, but I like the idea. Imagine if you did like 20,000 Staryu encounters, and now your shiny rate goes from like 1 in 22k down to like 1 in 18k, or, you know, and then if you do like 30k Staryu encounters, it goes down to like 1 in 15k or 1 in 12. Like, I think that's, if you're gonna do a pity system, I respect keeping it species dependent. I think that's really interesting, because otherwise you end up with a problem of, oh yeah, just go do like 20,000 encounters of the most common shiny, and then go do like 10 Charmander encounters, and now you have a higher chance to get a shiny Charmander. So it has to be species bound, was something that we realized a few years ago, as this was discussed more heavily in previous times in PokeMMO. I agree, Kuroshia, but that's, you know, it's we are biased. I think it's really important to admit we are biased, as we love PokeMMO and the shiny hunting of it. I think sometimes, like, what's the average shiny hunt in a traditional Pokemon game is like, what, 1 hour? Like, it's so fast, right? The average the fastest shiny hunt, what's the fastest shiny hunt in a modern Pokemon game is probably like an hour. The fastest shiny hunt in PokeMMO is like 30 hours. There are obviously mysterious balls or whatever, but those are, you know, not everybody's doing, most people aren't doing that. I think it'd be cool to see a Pokemon MMO where the average shiny hunt is like 10 hours, right? I think that's a reasonable request. I think that is more than reasonable. That's my thoughts, and I'm excited. It's always good to have competitors. It's always good to have, like, I'm excited for Pokeforce to be that middle ground, hopefully, for players who want to still grind MMO, but want a little more leeway. Wait, Pat, can we just buy up a bunch of cheap Staryus during this catch event and breed those, right? Like, breed those up for profit, right? People should take advantage more of post catch events and post alpha spawns. Those are two of the, it's not as much of a secret these days, but I haven't talked about it in a long time. One of the more secret ways to make really good Pokeyen and PokeMMO in like a pinch is after an alpha spawn happens, browse the GTL and just buy all the underpriced ones. You could even breed them up for more profit if you want to, or just flip them. Flipping post catch events, post alpha spawns, when people are, the average players and players are flooding the markets with all these things like that, it's definitely, and also like you only learn how to do something like that by practice, and it's a pretty, I think, like low risk thing to practice in my opinion. So I would definitely check it out and try that. Definitely try to do some flipping or breeding for profit with like Staryus after the event. People are listing all their Staryus, you know, after a bunch of people catch them for an hour, right? Definitely gotta try that at least once, and probably more, as a Pokemon player trying to make some good Pokeyen. Dude, I love telling players this to remind them that like things are still adapting in Pokemon. We don't know everything. We are still improving as players, and like a big reason Pokemon has gotten easier and we've advanced further because players are getting better. Stark said, I was called crazy for using Articuno in my trainer reruns just 2 months ago, which is true, absolutely true. And now how the tables have turned, right? Like Articunos have become meta in trainer reruns because they make about 20 to 60,000 more Pokeyen per rerun, right? And it's crazy. Alpha Articuno and Articuno has been in the game. Loaded die, it needed loaded die and Articuno. Loaded die and Articuno have been in the game for a year, maybe 1 to 2 years, right? But it took us 1 to 2 years to realize, oh shit, like trainer reruns are better with Articuno. Like that's insane, you know? And yeah, I'm sure there's other people who've been for a long time as well, but they weren't like, Articuno trainer reruns weren't normalized until the past few months, I would say, maybe like 6 to 12-ish, but it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts in my opinion, and it's cool to see like there's just always more advancements to be made. Apparently someone just caught a 2 IV Staryu. No fucking shot. Also, the event just ended. I want to see this so bad, because what are the odds? Where's Epoch? Where's Epoch? He might want this. The fact that it's 1-0-0-0, the placement is also nuts. What the fuck is this? This is the someone call Epoch on Discord quick. The collectors, get all the collectors on board, bro. He's gonna win 4th place. That is insane, bro. Binary code Staryu. Holy man, that is an insane catch. I think it's got to be like 10 mil. It might even be, I don't know. Collectors will pay what collectors want to pay. I could see it being more. Epoch would know a lot more about this than me. I would guess around 20, maybe. That's my guess. That's my guess. Around 20-ish. That could be 15 to 20. This is a really, yeah. That is crazy, man. That is really fucking cool. Epoch made a recently said he needed 2 and 9 for something. Dude, okay, I'm gonna send a screenshot to Epoch right now. I hope he can. That's, dude, I love collector stuff like this in PokeMMO, man. This is awesome. I love the Epoch. Check out Epoch on YouTube if you haven't. He does amazing collector videos and amazing, just like really high quality, really high end PokeMMO stuff, man. It's really fucking cool. This like the fact that you're gonna win 4th place in the catch event. Congratulations. That's it. Like you win. Congrats. 4th place, right? On top of this guy just made 250 RP and potentially like 10 to 20 mil or whatever, you know, whatever Epoch wants to pay if he wants to buy it. We're assuming a lot, obviously, but like this guy just made like 10 plus million Pokeyen minimum and got 4th place in an event in 1 catch. That's awesome. That is not even is it 2 IV overall. The placement is gorgeous. The fact that it's 1 HP, the fact that it bookends all the stats. This is, I'm sorry, I'm spending a lot of time on this, but this is really, really, really grossly rare. This is really, 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 really disgustingly rare. You do not see this every day in PokeMMO, man. Beautiful catch, BZ Physical. Congratulations, man. Alrighty, fellas, catch event results are coming in for the Staryu catch event in 4th place, as expected, with a total score of 2 points. And a catch that will probably sell for tens of millions of Pokeyen to a collector is BZ Physical with his insane 1 HP and 1 speed Staryu and then zeros and everything else. Absolutely batshit. Congratulations to you, man. That is insane to BZ Physical. One of the coolest catches to see like live on stream like that. That is so fucking cool, man. Cold Snap, thank you for the prime. I see you, man. And then I'm skipping ahead. 3rd place with a 166. Got him nuts. No! way people are doing these nuts jokes in their usernames, but no way people are winning catch events to do these nuts jokes. There's no way. I can't believe it. Congratulations, got them nuts. A light congratulations to you on third place with a score of 166. Second place with a score of 167 is Ziri PT. Cool name. Congratulations to him on second place. And then first place, the winner of the shiny Staryu, the winner of 1000 RP is FEP. Congratulations to you, FEP, on your shiny 3x31 insanely statted Staryu, plus 1000 free RP. Congratulations to you, gamer. Thanks to everybody who obviously participated in these. I love doing catch events on stream. A lot of fun to get together as a community, and good luck in future catch events, fellas. All right, we have saved up to 3.3 million or so Pokeyen. We have how many berry harvesters? Might not have that many, honestly. I can't spell. That would help if I could actually spell words. 400. We'll have to buy more berry harvesters today. I'm not going to do that now, but we have to get back into. I stopped berry farming while I was on my little mini vacation. We're going to jump back into it. We're going to spend another 700k on harvesting tools. Boom, just like that. The Pokeyen stack is getting depleted. We have 2,500 harvesters. Am I doing let's go check our seeds, our seed count, little update. Am I doing lepus today? I do not think so. I don't think so. I think I'm doing back into a batch of Petchas, Rost, and cherry berries, especially focusing on cherries today. Let's go ahead and do our basic batch, and I'll see you guys in 16 hours when they're ready to harvest. Yo, what's up, Pat? I have a newbie question. What is the usual time commitment expected of players during Shiny Wars? It depends on what your goal is. Shiny Wars is, I'm just honest about it and upfront and harsh and blunt about it. Shiny Wars is not for the average player, in my opinion. You can still enjoy Shiny War happening as a casual player. Take advantage of the fossil market. Take advantage of, usually they do a 10% shiny boost around the game for every player. So even if you're not in the war, you can still like shiny hunt alongside the war and have some fun and, you know, beat whatever, right? Shiny War is the Super Bowl of shiny hunting. I don't recommend Joe Schmoes step off the streets and try to join the Super Bowl. Obviously, you can't do that, but theoretically, if you could, because you will get tackled by Ray Lewis and killed, right? Shiny Wars, if you want to get top 3 in the world, I think you need to be playing 16 hours a day. I'm sorry, but that's, I mean, think about it. If you want to be top 3 at anything in the world, that's probably the time you have to put in, you know? For at least 1 month. It's 1 month, so it's even less than, you know, other really being top rank 1. It's easier to be rank 1 in Shiny Wars than it is to be like the rank 1 basketball player in the world or some shit, obviously, right? Among a bunch of other factors, but you know, it's a lot of time. And then if you want to go for, I think what's more achievable, what I would recommend to the average player, is top 50. Last year they added a new vanity reward for top 50 teams as well, which is like it's like 30 players per team. It's a fair bit of players get them. It's like 30 players per team, 50 teams. So like, is that right? 1,500 players could get the little ears, the charcoal ears. Is that correct? I think that's a lot of entities being given out. It's pretty generous, you know, in my opinion. That is really hard to tell how many hours you will need to play. I would say at least 8. I think last year someone calced it and it was around, yeah, the horns. Thank you, the horns. Last year it was calced that players needed about 6 hours a day to get top 50, right? But I think that's only going to get more and more competitive as the years go on. Players get better and better and better, more and more intense. Yes, I couldn't agree. Hypers, one of the staff members, said last year the horns were pretty easy to get. I do not think this year will be I do think it'll be different this year. So number one as well, players didn't know there would be a top 50 reward last year. That was a last minute thing. I probably would have played Shiny War myself and been pretty casual and could have gotten top 50, but I didn't because there was no reward except for top 3.
I love
right?
Patrouski and Patrouski
It wouldn't. Last year was like 6. I wouldn't surprise me. Like I think 8 minimum to go for top 50. It wouldn't surprise me if you need like 10 to 12 hours a day. This is obviously a lot of hours of playing a video game. I try to encourage it responsibly. I'm a big fan of dedication and grinding and motivation, and I love hard work. Okay, but please stretch your legs. You know, have some dumbbells around, get exercise in. You can do it responsibly. I try to fight the stereotype of like playing video game. If you play video games a ton, you have to inherently be unhealthy. when I was doing my RuneScape competitions, I was in the best shape of my life. I was going to the gym every other day. I was, you know, I was running miles. I was all sorts of shit, right? I was doing like 100 push-ups a day, 100 curl-ups. I was like the fucking One Punch Man workout for, you know, for that period. I was some of the healthiest I've ever been during my RuneScape. It only takes like, if you spend 1 hour a day exercising, you're gonna be like above and beyond, like more healthy than the average person. I'm not that anymore. Let me qualify. You know, I'm in my slump period right now, and that's okay. We'll get back to it, boys. But I like to try to still encourage. You can play video games for a lot of hours a day and still do it as healthy as not, you know, as healthy as you can. Try to do the best you can. Plan meals. Meal prep is fantastic. Meal prep is fantastic. Responsible caffeine usage, all that jazz. I wish everybody the best of luck, but I would encourage setting aside at least 8 hours a day. And you can play, you can multitask. People always say, oh, unemployed wars, but you can multitask. Most people play at work. Not everybody has that privilege. I get that. It's harder for others. It is. But that's the way it's life. Life's unfair. It's one of those things. Those who can put in and will put in the hard work and the effort will get the reward. So good luck to everybody in Shiny Wars. And I'm just excited to see what people did. All the shinies, the records being set. It'll be crazy, man. It's coming up probably in the next month and a half, maybe 2 months, hopefully. Dude, that is true. It's been since first time I've seen it green in ages. This is the first time we've seen RP, yeah, up in quite a... It's finally happening, man. We've been covering the market movements of RP over the past bit. It dropped as low as 1.38. It's real. RP prices are so insane to predict. It's possible that it just goes up and up and up heading into Shiny Wars as people need the RP for donor statuses and shiny charms and all the resources. It's possible that if there's enough whales who are swiping for RP, that they actually make it go down in price who are buying the RP to prepare for Shiny Wars. So it's really hard to predict RP prices. It just comes down to how many whales are swiping, supply and demand, how many whales are swiping, and how many people are going to be buying it with Pokeyen. And it's really hard to predict those numbers. That just comes down to guesstimations and long-term game knowledge to some extent, but your guess is as good as mine, fellas. Yeah, I'm really hopeful. I'm an optimistic person. I've been a big critiquer of the PokeMMO economy over the past year. I'm hopeful. There will be positives and negatives for sure. I'm hopeful for Shiny War to be a fantastic stimulator for the PokeMMO economy. Someone said Shiny War seems to almost be like an economy reset in some ways. Yes. PokeMMO's Shiny War is one of the biggest transfers of wealth from rich players to the average and newer players. If you are an average or a newer player in PokeMMO, if you grind during the event, if you farm dittos to sell to rich players or high-end players, farm dittos, farm fossils, if you maybe Ninjadas for Shedinja hunting, breeders, keep an eye out. You can make bank as a newer and average player from just grinding and selling to players who want resources during the Shiny War. Shiny hunters are insane, and they will go to the craziest lengths to try to win Shiny War or even just prove themselves and be one of the best hunters in the game. It's a really big point of pride for Shiny hunters. So many dittos will be consumed. So many dittos, fossils. It's fantastic. So many things are going to be consumed and sucked out of the economy, which is really good for the economy. Fossils will be consumed like there's no tomorrow. Dittos, potentially Ninjadas, whatever ends up being the meta. Lepa berries. All that jazz, man. If you're a newer average player, take advantage, sell, make connections, become friends with higher end players and consistently sell them dittos and stuff, and they will appreciate that and value that. And you could build, this is a potential for generational wealth building in PokeMMO, boys. It's really funny, but it's true. Like, it's goofy as hell to say about a video game, but it's true, man. MMOs are some real shit, man. So take advantage of it. There will be tons of rich players giving money to new players and beginner players for the resources. Grind, fellas. Gotta take it a second to say congratulations to Soul Silver, who got his dream shiny 3 days ago. He bred himself finally after 45,000 encounters, almost 46,000 encounters dry. He got his lifelong dream shiny of a shiny Charizard and then bred it up into a secret shiny as well. Bred up the stats, timid nature, gave it hidden ability access. This guy's gonna be flexing a secret shiny Charizard in raids next event season. That's gotta feel good, dude. That's lifelong achievement completed. Congratulations, Soul Silver. That is amazing, dude. That's what the stream recaps are all about, is shouting out players like yourself on that grind, man. Nice work, dude. Alrighty, fellas, you can spam underworking. You deserve it. Only a 2-hour and 45-minute stream today, but I think a nice, chiller, shorter stream with a catch event involved. I think it was pretty dense. We covered a lot of content and talking about this as well. Yeah, go give me the under. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today, fellas. I hope you guys still enjoyed. Like the video if you did, dislike if not. Check out the streams live Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. I'm gonna go work on some extra videos. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, allows me to be here longer. YouTube membership, Switch Prime, Switch subs, all that jazz. Just have a great day. I will see you guys later. Have a good one. I will see you Wednesday for tomorrow's catch event as well. So I'll see you guys then. But for now, peace, Reno. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody's name who is on this list. You really allow me to make the content that I do every single day, and I hope I can make it worth your guys' while and add to your PokeMMO journey. Thanks again so much for watching the entire video, and have a great day.